Alright guys, so I just watched the latest UFC Fight Night headlined by Johnny Walker and Zhang, and that was a fairly good card. It was at a different time, but it was still a great fight night. Lots of good performances, and I got a lot of fights wrong in this card. I think I had like two picks correct, and all the rest of them were completely wrong. But starting with the first fight on the main card, it was Nuri Raji taking on Kiefer Crosby, and that was one of the good predictions I had. He actually won the fight. He kneed his opponent, like Kiefer Crosby, in the face illegally at one point. Like, I thought that was gonna be a DQ. I didn't think he was going to continue the fight, because that was a really like clean knee as he was grounded, and he had every right to just opt out of that fight. And I don't think he fully recovered, because then he was getting hurt from that. He got hurt after that, and he got put away in the first round. And man, those strikes are very, very significant. And unless you take like the full time to recover, it's maybe not worth it, because you're gonna be damaged really badly from that fight, from that shot. But it was still a good performance from Nuri Raji. But then we move on to Sumar Radaraji versus Kevin Borjas, and I thought Kevin Borjas was going to win this fight, but he got dominated. He had no success, and his opponent just fought beautifully on the outside. He had great kicks. He had great variety, great timing with his punches as well. And yeah, he just controlled the whole fight. I mean, Kevin Borjas did try to take the fight to the ground a few times, but it was unsuccessful. But at least he tried. But overall, he just got dominated, and he just, didn't have any real success in this one. And then there was Sergey Pavlovich versus Waldo Cortes Costa, and I thought Waldo was going to win this fight, but Sergey Pavlovich just won every round in my opinion. I felt like he was landing the cleaner shots. He actually landing some beautiful counter punches too, and I'm surprised Waldo took all those shots, because Pavlovich is a very hard puncher, and usually when he touches you, you go down. But Waldo had a great chin. He didn't get like really rocked too badly at times, but Pavlovich looked great. He had a great jab, great counter punches. He was even throwing some calf kicks out there. He was shooting a few takedowns here and there, but he wasn't really committing to them. But I thought Waldo would have a bit more activity. Whenever he was throwing his jab, he was having some success. He didn't have any leg kicks. He was just mainly looking for big overhands and big left hooks to put Pavlovich to sleep, but that didn't really work. It was a poor game plan, and he just got dominated. But moving on to the co-main event, we have Brian Ortega taking on Aljamain Sterling, and I thought Aljamain Sterling was going to win, and that was my second correct prediction for this card. And yeah, Aljamain Sterling looked great. He had an excellent jab out there. He was moving out the way of Ortega's shots. He was doing really well. Even his leg kick was on point. His right leg kicks, he was dropping Ortega with them. I mean, Aljamain Sterling looked great. He even landed a nasty spinning elbow to Ortega's face, like beautifully timed. He pulled away from a left hook, and then he countered with a spinning elbow. I mean, Aljamain Sterling looked great in this fight. Ortega really had nothing for him, honestly. He landed a few punches in round 5, but then Aljamain Sterling was able to secure some takedowns, and he was landing some good ground and pound. He even busted up Brian Ortega's face a little bit, and yeah, Ortega just had nothing for him. He got dominated every round. It wasn't really that competitive, except for the last round, but Aljo got control of that round again. And that looked great, but I don't think Aljamain Sterling is getting a title shot off this. I think there is Mazar, who just beat him, who's more deserving. And Larry Murphy hasn't lost yet, and he's on quite a bit of a winning streak. So I feel like there's some guys above him in terms of getting the title shot, but I think Aljamain Sterling versus Yair Rodriguez would be a good fight. Get both of these guys maybe on the 2-fight win streak by beating one or the other, and then they can look to potentially get a title shot after that. And then in the main event, I thought that Zhang was going to knock out Johnny Walker in the first round, but he didn't. And Johnny Walker, early, he shot a takedown. He got the fight to the ground for a little bit, and he survived. He got back up. On the feet, it was really awkward. It seemed like Zhang was landing some shots, but it was not flush shots, and Johnny Walker was landing some good punches as well, and he was landing a lot of leg kicks. And in the second round, he starts landing even more leg kicks, and then all of a sudden Zhang Mingyang starts like buckling, like he lifts his leg up in the air, he's like jumping on one leg, and you can see he's clearly hurt. So Johnny Walker blasts another leg kick, and this time Zhang Mingyang drops to the floor, and then he just ends up getting TKO'd, and I did not see that coming. I thought Zhang Mingyang was going to go out there and put Johnny Walker to sleep. They were former training partners, but yeah, Johnny Walker, like he said, the training is one thing and the fight is different, and yeah, he had a good performance. That was surprising, but I think now you can do Johnny Walker versus Nikita Krylov, because Krylov just got KO'd by Dominic Reyes, and he got KO'd by Bogdan Grad, I think, as well recently. So he's gonna need to take some time off. Maybe Walker can look to come back towards the end of the year. But overall, that was a good performance from him and a really solid fight night card, honestly. But the only thing I wish was better was my predictions. But maybe in 2 weeks in Paris, it'll be a lot better. But thank you guys for watching. God bless, and I will see you in the next one.